Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where you don't get dealership rehearsals, you don't get sugar-coated marketing talk, and you definitely don't get those same recycled one-liners you've heard 100 times before. Here, it's all about real talk, real impressions, and real cars. And today, we're checking out one of the most capable, dependable, and adventure-ready wagons ever built at the 2026 Subaru Outback. Subaru calls it an SUV, but we all know it's that perfect blend between a rugged wagon and a family-friendly crossover. This new Outback for 2026 gets a few updates inside and out, and if you've been waiting to see whether it still deserves its reputation as the go-anywhere family adventure machine, you're in the right place. Let's dive into what Subaru's done with this latest Outback and see if it still keeps that authentic Subaru DNA alive. Exterior. Starting up front, the 2026 Outback still carries that familiar rugged face, but there are a few modern tweaks that make it look sharper and more upscale. The grille has been reshaped. It's now slightly larger and more squared off, giving the car bolder stance. The headlights are slimmer with new LED matrix technology, offering better illumination and a cleaner, more premium look. Subaru has even added a subtle daytime running light signature that looks like a C-clamp, wrapping around the edges. Down low, the bumper design has been reworked to look a bit tougher, with improved approach angles for those who love to take their Outback off the beaten path. There's extra cladding around the fog light housings too, and depending on your trim, whether it's the Onyx, Wilderness, or Touring XTA, you'll see different finishes like gloss black, gunmetal gray, or even bronze touches. The front tan now looks more confident, less conservative, and more like it's ready to tackle a mountain trail. Moving to the side, the Outback's silhouette hasn't lost that long, wagon-like charm. You get those pronounced roof rails that have become something of a Subaru signature, strong enough to hold kayaks, bikes, or even a rooftop tent. The wheel arches are chunky with protective black cladding, and you can get wheel options ranging from 17 to 19 inches depending on the trim. Subaru has also worked on improving the aerodynamics slightly, with smoother door contours and a new air channeling design near the front fenders to reduce drag. The Wilderness Edition stands taller with extra ground clearance, now around 9.5 inches, and features matte black wheels, copper badging, and even more aggressive tires. From the side, it's the perfect mix of practical family hauler and outdoorsy adventure wagon. You can imagine it pulling up to a ski lodge just as easily as sitting in a suburban driveway. Now swinging around to the back, Subaru has given the Outback a more modern tailgate with updated LED taillights that stretch further into the rear quarter panels. The Subaru logo is now integrated into a blacked-out trim bar that connects both lights, giving the rear a bit of visual width. The bumper has been strengthened and looks chunkier, especially on the Wilderness trim. You'll notice subtle details like the textured skid plate design and the symmetrical AWD badge proudly displayed, reminding you that this isn't just another soft crossover pretending to be tough. The exhaust outlets are tucked away neatly, and the powered tailgate opens wide for easy access to the generous cargo area, about 32.5 cubic feet, with the seats up and nearly 76 when you fold them flat. It's one of those cars where practicality doesn't compromise style. Everything looks like it belongs there for a purpose. Interior. Step inside, and you immediately feel the Subaru approach to comfort and functionality. The 2026 Outback's interior has taken a noticeable step forward in materials and tech. Depending on your trim, you can get soft-touch materials throughout the dash, contrast stitching, and even Napa leather seats on the higher models. The design itself is clean and symmetrical, very driver-focused, but still feels open and airy thanks to the large windows and light-colored materials. Front seats are supportive for long drives, and the visibility, as usual with Subaru, is exceptional. At the center of it all is Subaru's updated 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen, which now runs a faster version of their Starlink infotainment system. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the response time is finally up to modern standards. The interface is clearer, With better graphics and customizable home screens, you also get a digital instrument cluster that varies from a simple info display in lower trims to a full 12.3-inch screen in the upper ones, providing navigation, safety alerts, and even off-road data. The Harman Kardon sound system in the Touring XT and Wilderness trims adds real richness to the cabin, perfect for road trips or just enjoying your drive. Rear seat space remains generous, with excellent legroom and a comfortable seat recline angle. Subaru knows that its customers travel with families, pets, or gear, so practicality is key. There are USB-C ports, air vents, and plenty of storage pockets all around. One of the small but thoughtful touches is the upgraded sound insulation. Road and wind noise are noticeably reduced compared to previous models, making the 2026 Outback feel calmer and more refined on the highway. Performance under the hood, Subaru is sticking with its proven powertrains, but they've been fine-tuned for smoother delivery and slightly improved efficiency. The base engine is still a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated boxer 4 producing around 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque, paired with Subaru's Lineartronic CVT. It's not the fastest thing on the road, but it gets the job done for everyday driving and weekend adventures. For those who want more grunt, the XT trims come with a 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer 4 making 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. That engine transforms the Outback into a much livelier car, especially when merging or overtaking. The CVT has simulated gear steps that make acceleration feel more natural than before, and Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system with X mode gives you excellent grip on slippery surfaces or rough trails. Ride comfort is one of the Outback's biggest strengths. The suspension tuning has been refined for 2026. It feels stable, planted, and comfortable even on uneven terrain. The steering is light but precise, and body roll is well controlled considering the vehicle's ride height. The Wilderness model gets unique shock absorbers, skid plates, and all-terrain tires that genuinely make a difference off-road. You can take it through mud, gravel, or snow, and it feels composed and confident. It's not pretending to be an off-roader, it really can do it. Safety has always been a Subaru highlight, and the 2026 Outback continues with the latest version of EyeSight driver assist technology, now with a wider field of view and smoother adaptive cruise and lane-keeping behavior. You also get blind spot detection, rear cross-traffic alert, and an available driver attention monitor that helps prevent fatigue-related incidents. The structural rigidity of the chassis has been further improved, targeting top scores in its safety ratings as usual. As for pricing, the 2026 Subaru Outback lineup starts around $30,000 for the base model, with the premium and Onyx trims hovering in the mid-$30K range. The rugged Wilderness version will likely start around $39,000, while the top-end Touring XT could climb up to $43,000 or a bit more depending on options. Given everything it offers, from all-wheel drive and great interior tech to real-world off-road capability, that's still a solid value proposition in today's crossover market. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Subaru Outback doesn't reinvent itself. It doesn't need to. It simply refines what's already been a winning formula for decades, a versatile, dependable, and adventure-ready vehicle that still manages to feel like a car, not a bulky SUV. It's smoother, quieter, more high-tech, and still just as capable when the pavement ends. Whether you're a longtime Subaru fan or someone just looking for something different from the typical crossover crowd, the Outback remains a smart, balanced choice. And that's it for today's review on Car Flash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Subaru Outback, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more real-world reviews, and turn on notifications so you never miss an honest breakdown of the latest rides hitting the market. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is Car Flash, where cars meet clarity. See you in the next one.